All right, Hannah Johnson, thank you so much. I appreciate you making time. I'm Frank Ferdowsi. As I had shared with you, we're doing this for the benefit of some clients who are looking for properties um, in the Oregon market. These would be high net worth clients, affluent clients who come from the private equity world, the venture capital technology industry world, international. Arts industries, etc. And so really would like to have you share a little bit about your career, yourself, and the markets that you cover. So I'm not going to speak too much. Please take it away, Hannah.
Okay, great. I've been in real estate about 8 years. I started at Berkshire Hathaway, and I've been a manager for Cascade Hass and Sotheby's for coming up on 3 years. I
Mm.
serve Southwest Washington, Vancouver, Washington, which always gets confused with BC, and the Portland metro area, as well as the Columbia River Gorge. Really, the biggest benefit of this area, specifically Washington, is there's no income tax for
Mhm.
Washington residents. And then just the outdoor scene. We're positioned kind of right in between the mountains and the beach. So you're within a couple hours of any outdoor activity you'd be interested in, whether it's snow sports. There's a ton of rivers everywhere if you like boating, lots of golf courses, just a ton of outdoor amenities that are within reach all year round. We're also close to Bend, Oregon, which is another outdoor haven with a lot of outdoor activities. And then uh, as far as getting around, it's about 2 hours south of Seattle, so it's easy if you have international flights. A little bit easier internationally out of Seattle than Portland. Usually, there's a short plane ride from Portland to Seattle for a lot of
Mm.
international flights.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
then the market here, we're still the most affordable pricing on the West Coast.
Yeah.
We're more affordable than Seattle or California. So that's a great benefit too. The luxury market here lately is kind of a buyer's market. Things are sitting on the market longer, so you've got more leverage to get a really great deal, good values. And there's some really great custom builders here. There's opportunity for really great homes on a little bit more acreage if you're interested in that, as well as condos. The Vancouver waterfront has been recently developed into a really great area with a ton of restaurants, wineries. There's a ton of wine tasting in this area. And then there's also Portland right across the river, which has, even more amenities, concerts. There's the arena that the Trailblazers play at for sporting. There's a minor league hockey team, so there's plenty of entertainment, concerts there. And yeah, I just love this area.
Thank you so much. That's really great. I mean, I haven't had a chance to visit Portland, and just from you describing it, one, it sounds like a really great place. And two, I get a really good picture of what the lifestyle's like. It's got a little bit of everything,
Mm.
outdoor sports, great culture. I think the food scene certainly from Portland is really so yeah, now if you want to talk about that, certainly I'd love to hear. And then you mentioned Vancouver. Isn't there like a really fantastic garden there? Like, is it Bouchard Garden or something like that?
There's the Rose Garden in Portland.
Ah,
There's not really a garden on the Vancouver side.
okay.
Um, there are there's a tulip field a little bit north of us that's really beautiful in spring.
Mhm.
Uh, and then yeah, the food scene is amazing. And there's lots of restaurants that have recently opened in Vancouver. Um, we're drawing a lot of people from even Portland coming across the river to eat at the Vancouver restaurants
I
recently.
love
It's really
that.
up there.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that our clients are certainly looking for, a great lifestyle. Even if
Mhm.
they want to have a homestead there that them and their family can visit maybe part of the year or
Right.
live there full time. They're executives who are retiring. They
Hmm.
want to move from a hot climate down to a
Yeah.
cooler. So talk to me a little bit about the climate there too. Yeah.
So it's notoriously pretty rainy, but
Okay.
It's beautiful in the spring, summer, and fall.
Mhm.
Lots of people do snowbird, that kind of lifestyle to get away from the rain, or at least a couple of good vacations in the winter. It is pretty moderate though. We get a little bit of hot weather in the summer, but it's not unbearable. There's still people doing outdoor activities. It's not like where you need to be in the air conditioning all summer, like in Arizona or hotter places. And then in the winter, it would snow for a few days, but it's not super cold. Um, it's pretty moderate temperate climate with
Yeah.
a little bit of snow. You get kind of all four seasons,
Yeah.
but nothing so extreme where you're not able to go outside.
Very
So
nice. Thank you
homes
for
here,
sharing. You know,
yeah, a lot of
I go on, sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say a lot of the homes here have like covered outdoor living areas, so you're still able to take advantage of that in the rainy season.
So, so, it sounds like to me that, hey, I'm gonna say this, really, Gary, Paul, Jessica, sounds like you get a house here in North Carolina in the mountains and one with Hannah. Like, we're all set for the year round right there.
Right, yeah.
But really, thank you. I appreciate that. That's the kind of color. And hopefully as we communicate by email, maybe you could send me some properties that I can also showcase, land properties for custom builds, maybe some builders that you could send my way that I could sort of do some due diligence on as
Yeah,
well, look at their
absolutely.
work and talk to them. But this is great, Hannah. I mean, I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you and I were able to connect and we can help our clients, all of these clients now and into the future. I love that you're part of the Sotheby's family. I'm really glad to connect with Casket Hassan. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
But before we go, two things I want to, and if whatever you'd like, I'd love to learn a little bit more, share a little bit more about you, whatever you'd like to, your interests and so on, so that our clients can get to know you a little bit more, whatever you'd want to. And one other thing that I wanted to touch on is access by, you mentioned international airports through Seattle, so Portland to Seattle and then into the international
Mhm.
airlines. But are there any private airfields and private airports that private aircrafts
Yeah, definitely.
could you talk
Especially
about that?
smaller planes. There is a private section for PDX.
Mhm.
So if you're flying in by jet, there's a separate section for private jets at Portland.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of smaller airfields throughout the area. Um,
Okay.
for especially like the really small, like four-seater planes,
Yeah.
six-seater planes.
Okay.
Um,
Wow, that's really good. If you will send me some by email, whatever
sure,
you
yeah,
may have
absolutely.
info on, that would be good. Go on,
Okay.
you were saying, yeah, continue.
Oh, more about myself. I'm from this area. I'm from a really small town, about an hour and a half away.
Mhm.
Um, I grew up on an organic herb farm, so I'm kind of from a farming family. I have an almost 11-year-old daughter who's really fun. And I love doing anything in the outdoors, hiking, fishing, boating.
Mhm.
I've been competitively powerlifting for about 5 years, so I'm in the gym a lot. Um, and I have a Toyota Tacoma that I love going up in the off-road trails on. Just getting the views in the area, soaking those in.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing. So it's great. I love that you have you have an 11-year-old. I have a daughter who is 19 now of
Oh,
just finished her freshman year in college. And
oh,
I
cool.
fondly remember the days when she was 11 too.
And so
Um,
fast.
yeah, oh yeah, oh it does fly. It's totally. So please, yeah, absolutely enjoy that. And thank you. Yeah, I think that lifestyle that you just described really lends to enjoying the outdoors that Portland has to offer.
Mhm.
But I think that's a lot of what I wanted to cover. If there's anything else, I'll certainly reach out to you. But I'm gonna stop recording and maybe we could talk a little bit more.
Sure. Sounds good.